All right. Hello, hello. Happy Thursday, everybody. How are you? All right. Well, guys, go ahead and tell us where you're joining us from. And if you have not been on our StreamYards before, please go ahead and give us permission up in the post by clicking on that StreamYard.com/Facebook. That way we can actually see who's leaving us comments here on our screen. And we get into Facebook too, but then we have two screens up, so we miss people sometimes doing that. Hey, Wilma, how are you? All right. Rob, how are you? I see you're on here too. All right. And we'll give it just a second here, but it's been an exciting week, hasn't it, Ruth?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's been a little crazy, but it's all fun.
Jessica, I love it. Jessica says joining you from my couch. Good to have you on here, Jessica. Hey, Marlene. All right. Yeah, we have had so many exciting things, and have a great training here for you today, and stay till the end. We've got some cool things we're going to be announcing as well, and that you're going to love. Erin, hi. Yeah, and so whoever wrote good morning, ladies, I'm just going to say this so you'll know if you've clicked on that link or not. Whoever said good morning, ladies, we don't see, and then Erin. I know you typed in your name, but we don't see your name either. But hey, Karen, thanks for hopping on. All right. Well, how's everybody doing with being home? Just real quickly, are you liking it? Are you loving it? Give us a like or a love. Tell us what you're doing. Hey, Marlo, we appreciate you hopping on. Well, we have got some good stuff today, guys, and it's interesting as we've been coaching and talking to more and more people. What I'm finding, and I'm just curious if this is the same for you, what I'm finding is that nobody wants to go back to work, right? People love working from home. And so we're going to share with you guys today some tips on, why network marketing is a recession-proof business, or really why it thrives in a recession, but how you too can have that recession-proof business. And so we're going to talk about that. Hey, Gayla. Hey, Patty. Karen says home is a good place to be. Awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and get this working here. Let's see here. Share my screen. Okay. Why do I always have a hard time doing
that? Problems, Trish?
I don't know. Maybe I just don't seem to know how to do this. But it seems like when I used to do this, that it would always come up where I could just bring up my slide deck. Is that the choice you get when you do it? Because mine's only giving me a choice of this screen or Chrome, but
I can share. Do you want me to share?
Yeah, if you don't mind. And then I may need a lesson. So see, guys, you don't have to be a master at all this stuff. You just have to be surrounded by people smarter than you.
Let me see here.
Hey, Velda. Hey, Judy. Oh, we appreciate you too, Judy. Thank you. You are always so kind. And Jessica, no, I definitely don't. She doesn't want to go back to work. So how many of you guys have found that? Oh, there we go. Perfect.
Okay.
All right. All right. Ruth to the rescue. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
All right. So hopefully you guys can see our screen here. But like I said, today what we're going to be talking about is, really how to, why a network marketing business can really thrive in a recession. And there's so much data on this. It's been, proven over and over through the years of, different times when there's been dips in the economy, how this profession really seems to thrive and people really seem to come out on top. So we're going to dive into that.
Yeah. And just in the last sort of 3 weeks or so, given everyone at home and everyone kind of thinking we're heading into a recession, even our own business has grown tremendously. And sometimes we think that given, financial difficulties, everything's going to fall. But when we have home-based businesses, it is the time to get the word out there and really come from that heart of service to help people. So it's perfect timing for this presentation.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Ruth, I think That's one of the biggest things we have found, because we weren't even sure in the beginning, what was this really going to look like with a lot of our stuff. And what we have found is it has exploded, right? I mean, in every aspect, because Ruth and I do different things. We coach people, we build our network marketing, we've got some, other online marketing things. Every single avenue that we have had is just exploding. And so I think it's really about thinking to yourself, that maybe this isn't such a bad time, right? It's shifting that mindset to really think about, okay, what silver lining can I pull out of this, and how can I benefit from this? And not so much benefit, but how can I protect myself and get things going, more forward faster. So we're going to dive right in, guys. How to have a recession-proof business. All right, we got Inga. And let's see who else. We got lots of people on here.
Hey, Linda, nice to see you here. I actually just pulled up Facebook because I can't see it because I have my slides up.
Yes,
yes. Working. Okay, so guys, in case we haven't met, if you don't know us, we're Trisha Verzera and Ruth Sheridan. We've been in network marketing a combined 20 plus years. We build entirely online now using attraction marketing. It wasn't always that way. We are both marketing coaches for a well-known internet marketing company. I actually just resigned from that company a couple of weeks ago to really focus on serving you guys better and building our business together. So that's been an exciting change for me. We feel mentally and physically on fire. We are committed to our health, our wellness. It's incorporated into our entrepreneurial lifestyle, and it's really our number one priority. We're both moms, and in the past 3 years, we've coached well over 3,000 struggling network marketers. We've been there, we've been in the trenches, and we know what the difficulties are and the challenges people face. We're both six-figure income earners, and we're super passionate about helping you and helping people achieve their dreams. So that's why we do this every single week.
Yes, absolutely. So guys, today's reality with all of this is people are being forced to be at home, right? And I know that it's changing a little bit. Supposedly some of these, things are supposed to be opening up, but I'm not really sure how long that's going to last, or if it's actually going to become a reality, because it seems like every time they come up with a date, it kind of gets pushed out. Because, obviously there's so many opinions, and we're not up for debating any of this, but, some really feel that opening things up is going to be really bad, and some people feel it's going to be good, and we don't really know what's going to happen. But what we do know is that internet use is up 70% and streaming is up 12%. And I'll be honest, I bet it's even more. I mean, I don't even know how this stuff is tracked. But overall online sales have jumped more than 25%. And I know places like Amazon and stuff, they've actually, there are certain things they're not even accept anymore in for people who sell on Amazon, unless it's essential. And so if you don't have an essential item, you can't get more inventory to Amazon right now, from what I understand from people who sell there, which is crazy, but it's because of this market. People are ordering their groceries online and having them delivered. There's just so many things. The most popular items purchased right now are gym equipment, health products, canned food, and toilet paper. That toilet paper always cracks me up because, I know we need it, but it's still just kind of funny to me that there's such a shortage. Like, we all had enough toilet paper before, so I don't understand this. But it makes sense with the gym equipment, right? Because people are wanting to stay healthy. People are wanting to, relieve stress, things like that. And then the health products also make sense. People want to stay healthy and stay fit and have mental clarity while at home. But then this one is the one that boggles me. It's crazy. How to make money online. That search right now on Google is up 1,650%. Guys, 1,650%. Like, that's insane. I mean, Ruth, aren't these numbers just boggling to you?
Yeah, they're wild. But you know what? It's consistent with what we're seeing in our own business, is that we're seeing massive growth because people are looking for a solution. And if there was ever a time to really get into action, guys, in your own business, it's now, because people are searching for answers.
Yeah. So today what we're going to cover is 1, why network marketing thrives in a recession, 2, how it can be done by having an online system, and 3, why it's important to have essential products in your business that you can be promoting out there.
Okay, so firstly, why does network marketing thrive in a recession? Every recession we've gone through, network marketing just skyrockets. And why is it that it's more relevant now than ever? And here's the truth, guys. Most network marketers aren't set up to go 100% digital. It's just the way it is. People are being taught, make your list, and maybe they're being taught some sort of fundamental basic social media strategies, like go out and make 5 new Facebook friends every day and start a conversation and maybe send them your link. That's really not going digital.
Yeah, and so here's the 3 main factors of why a typical network marketing company would really thrive in a recession. But let's think about this first. When we think about that last slide, there's a difference this time, right? There's a difference this time with why it's going to thrive compared to before. Because in the past, people still, went to network marketing because there was an increase in unemployment that caused people to look for other opportunities. And people want a solution that's going to give them more control over their income. And then obviously that home-based network marketing opportunity provides that solution. That's still a factor. The difference is today, people can't do business the way they were doing it in the past. And that's why this online marketing is so important, because you can't go out and do the same things, which we're going to cover a little bit more going forward. But the other thing, one of the other factors is many products sold through network marketing companies are not luxury items. They're actually consumable products that people come to depend on. If you think about the nutritional supplements or skincare, insurance types products, customers don't necessarily stop buying or requiring these products during a recession because they fall in the category of essential or necessity for their customers. So, and then the third reason that they typically really thrive is that the most vulnerable and hardest hit during recessions are those working in the blue collar and non-management roles. That's where a lot of the layoffs tend to be the highest. And these workers often have less of a financial cushion or an educational background to ride out a recession. So they need to find something immediately. And I can share with you, even being a small business owner, like I know the government is saying they're doing all these business loans. I can promise you, like we are proof, we haven't gotten a penny, like not one penny. And technically we qualify for everything out there with being a small business and should actually get some of those things. But we're not the people who are getting the money, even though that's, how it's being portrayed that that's how it's going to go. I mean, a lot of you who are in the US are seeing that corporations who never should have even gotten money got the money immediately. And now they're giving it back because they're kind of being shamed by everybody else. But who knows where that money is even going to go at this point. And that's like a whole nother debate. But the bottom line is people have to find something to protect themselves. And so network marketing is a huge solution for that.
And the thing I love about network marketing, Trish, and I'm sure all you guys love it as well, is there is literally no barrier to entry. There is no preference to who gets success and who doesn't. Pretty much anyone can become highly successful in this industry if they put their mind to it, if they up-level their skills, and if they get consistent with their work. And that's why I love this industry, because it doesn't shut anyone out.
No, not at all. I love that too.
So today's typical network marketing plan, and this was the plan that I learned 12 years ago, make a list of friends and family. Drop us some love hearts if you've been told any of this stuff. Make a list of friends and family. Approach everyone in your warm market and everyone on your friends list on Facebook. Prospect strangers in groups. Host both home meetings and hotel meetings. Oh my gosh, I gotta tell you, I used to drive an hour and a half each way every single week to a hotel meeting. And sometimes my guests wouldn't show up. And I was like, what the heck am I doing? Like, there's got to be a better way to do this. Do one-on-one coffee meetings. Like, that whole one-on-one thing is really not time efficient, especially when really most people say no. Do hundreds of three-way calls, send hundreds of messages to friends on Instagram and Facebook, or maybe you're on LinkedIn, and it's exhausting.
It's so exhausting. I don't miss that stuff. So guys, what we're going to cover with you today is how it can be done by having an online system and how it can be done in a better way. So first, go ahead.
So basically, you want to go where the people are. And let's just talk about Facebook. 1.66 billion people log on to Facebook daily. And when people tell me I have no one to talk to, it's like, you mustn't be on social media, right? Because there's billions of people out there. Now, not all of those people are looking for what you have, but when you learn a system and you learn how to attract those people, you will have an endless supply of people to talk to. Facebook Messenger, 1.3 billion people use Messenger every month. And Instagram, there's over 1 billion monthly active users. That's like massive.
And you know, it's funny, Ruth, when I look back at that, just for 1 second, you can see down in the left corner, it says as of December 2019, because these were the numbers we found. I guarantee those numbers are higher now with everybody being home for 2 months, right?
Absolutely.
So crazy.
And we're getting lots of love hearts here. And we've got Karima with us. Hi, Karima. I love your videos, Karima. Whitney, Nicole, thanks for joining in, guys.
All right. So how to do it. All right. So there's a variety of different ways that you can do it. And the cool thing is, you know, once you really learn how to put all of these little pieces together, you can really have an amazing system. So first thing, you know, it's going to start with the very basic personal profile. You know, your personal profile that everybody has, like you have to have one in order to be on Facebook. Then there's Facebook pages. So as you start to learn a little bit more, you can be doing some things on Facebook pages of where you can actually be targeting your, figuring out who your audience is and then actually targeting people better. Maybe through some ads, maybe more organic. You know, there's different ways with those pages. Through Facebook groups. And this is something that's been huge for us, right, Ruth? Because when you've got these groups, you really can start to build that know, like, and trust with people. You've got that community that you're starting to build with people. And then you've got Instagram, which is just a whole nother category. And even though, you know, Facebook owns Instagram and a lot of stuff you can do automatically goes to Instagram, there's still a lot of other pieces that can be done with Instagram that are totally different. And you can hit completely different audiences there as well. And then you've got LinkedIn, where you see a lot of the professionals hanging out. It's another spot where you can do stuff. In fact, I was doing stuff on LinkedIn for quite a while, and I'm not even sure why I stopped because I was actually getting a lot of traction there. It was a really good place to be. But I think I was focusing more here because of the paid ads, and I could put the groups and do all those other pieces together. And it wasn't so manual. LinkedIn was a little manual. And then, of course, podcasts. So you can be doing some podcasts and listening to podcasts or having your own podcast. There's so many things. But really, all of these things do is they allow you a place to create influence with people. Every one of these spots, you can start to create that influence with people. So you've got to figure out which one is best for you and then really focus on that one first. And then once you get traction there and build that up, then you can think about going into another place.
And you know, Trish, you said one of my very, very favorite words, and that's influence, right? Mm. And so often when people first come into the online space to build their network marketing business using attraction marketing, you know, maybe they get their Facebook page up and maybe they're posting a few inspirational quotes and things like that. that's not going to help you gain influence. You have to show up for your audience, whether it's it's a written post, maybe with a picture of you that's kind of well thought out, or maybe a Facebook Live, and you have to start creating influence. And in order for someone to join your team or to buy your products, you have to have a certain level of influence in front of them, or they're just going to keep scrolling by, or when you make an offer, they're not going to know, like, and trust you enough to say yes. So building in the online space is really about showing up consistently, right? Serving your audience. And over time, depending on how consistent you are, you create influence, and then people start saying yes.
Exactly. So guys, do us a favor. If you have, obviously there's some of these you've used, but if there's any of these in particular that you've used for your business, drop it in the comments below which ones you've put some focus on. I'm just curious.
We got some more people joining us. We got Ed. Hey, Ed, thanks for sending the nice tulips.
Aw, thanks, Ed.
Yeah.
Always so thoughtful. All
Okay.
right.
Do you want to go ahead, Trish?
No.
Okay. So you've got to have a marketing system, guys, where you post to attract. So when you post to attract, you have to be able to solve a problem that your ideal prospect is searching for an answer to. And we actually had a really good discussion this morning about that. So, and I'm going to use an example. So let's say you have health-related products in your network marketing business. Let's say you have a health-related system that helps with things like energy, sleep, mood, weight, things like that, okay? So those are all things that people are actively searching for an answer to. They're some of the top issues that people show up at their naturopath with, or to their doctor with. Maybe they have discomfort as well. So when you post to attract, posting a picture of your product, letting people know it's got free shipping, is not solving the problem that they're seeking an answer to. What you do want to do is maybe do a post about how, how you weren't sleeping well, but you were able to find a solution to help you sleep, and now you're feeling so much more energetic and better, with a nice picture of you. That's going to be a post that will attract. It creates curiosity, and people will say, hey, I've been having trouble sleeping too. What is it that you're doing? So that's very, very different from, hey, here's a picture of my products. It's so great. It's not really appealing it's not really showing the benefit, right? So those are posts to attract. We have to have a way to evaluate, right? So what does an evaluation look like? Well, it could look like a number of things. So let's say someone reached out on that post. You're going to want to have a conversation with them first to find out what they're really looking for. So don't just send them your link. Have a conversation. It could be a Zoom conversation. It could be a simple messenger voice exchange. It could be a phone call. We don't use the phone much anymore, but it might be effective. Just finding out, hey, you're not sleeping. What's going on? What are you really looking for? What's happening? What's keeping you awake at night, right? And that shows care and concern first, before you're just kind of sending over the buy me link, right? And then once they tell you what they're looking for, if your product fits, you're going to send them something so they can evaluate, whether it's a company video, it might be a little PDF about your products. But they're going to have some information that they can actually evaluate with, right? Then you're going to ask. You're going to ask questions. Did you get the information? Did you review the information? What was it about the information that you liked? Do you have any questions? If you have any questions, I can get someone on the line who's an expert in this, because I'm not. right? That third party, bringing in a third party is really, really powerful because it's going to teach that person that they don't have to be an expert either, right? And then you're going to ask for the sale. I hate to break it to you, but we're in sales, right? And it used to drive me crazy years ago when there was a network marketing leader who just kept saying, all you have to do is share, all you have to do is share, all you have to do is share. Well, if all I do is share information and never ask for the sale, no one's going to make a decision because people don't like making decisions. We have to help them. So some of the easiest ways to ask for the sale is, are you ready to get started? You know, what have you got to lose by getting started? Your health, your life, what have you got to lose? Most companies have a 30-day money back guarantee, so it's pretty much a no-brainer to get started and give it a try. So just asking, are you ready to get started, is a really easy, powerful way to get a yes or no. And then you convert them. They either say yes and they become a customer or a new recruit, or they say no and you thank them for your time, their time, and you move on, right? And maybe you follow up in a couple of months to see how they're doing, if they're still not feeling well or still not sleeping well, and revisit it. But move on. Like, don't follow up the next day and the next week, because a no is a no, and you can go back a little bit later. And then you earn, right? Then you earn. So is that me ringing?
No, it's somebody's trying to call me on Messenger, but I can't do that.
No.
So, but you know what's really interesting, Ruth, and you and I mentioned this briefly the other day, we were talking about this, is I look at this marketing system that we've put this together, and obviously it has worked beautiful for us, right? Mm-hmm. It's duplicating, over the last, 4.5 weeks, we've brought in almost 90 new team members, over 90 new customers. Like, it's just insane, right? And people are advancing, making money.
32 rank advancements.
Yeah, 30, well, actually 33, because we just had another one last night.
That's right.
Yeah. So, yeah, 33. But here's the crazy thing. And this to me is mind-boggling. And I've mentioned it to a couple people, and they're like shut the front door. So let me just ask you guys, or let me just say this first. Out of those 90 people that we've brought in, we have not done one company business presentation. Okay. So have you guys ever done a presentation for your company before? Drop me a presentation. Okay. So this is what's so crazy to me. And I truly am a numbers person. And I'm not going to say that the old school numbers don't work, because I know they do, because people make them work all the time. But for years, I was doing 16 to 20 presentations a month, because that's what I was told to do. And I love my mentors. They're great. And building that old school way, that worked, right? And you do bring in people that way. However, I never brought in 90 people in just about 4 weeks. And it had part of it be because of massive duplication in my team. Never. And since we've done this, that's what happens when we follow this process. And we haven't done one business presentation, like not one. And I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's been kind of cool, because a lot of the people that we intentionally attract are entrepreneurs, right? And what happens is typically when we're talking to, say, another network marketer who might be looking for a new company or a new change, we often are at odds, right? Because we're going, well, my company's better than your company. My comp plan's better than your comp plan. My products are better than your products. And it becomes this, each is trying to sell each other and no one wins, right? Those conversations never go very well.
Never.
But when you have a marketing system that you can show to people and show results from, it's not really a sale. They're going, yeah, I want part of this. Mm-hmm. And the vehicle for success becomes your network marketing opportunity.
Yeah.
So it's been interesting.
Yeah. And it all goes back to your favorite word, Ruth, influence.
Mm-hmm.
because it's because of that influence and because of the results that have come and people have watched it that they're, it just works. So I'm seeing lots of people drop in presentation and lots of people too going back to, different platforms they've used: Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook groups, Facebook page, Instagram, Facebook. All right. So pretty much everything that we have on that list, except the podcasts, people have used. So, but yeah, I just had to mention that because I have just been amazed that we haven't done any business presentations, but I'm at the same time, I'm super excited about it because a lot of times it's that presentation that scares people.
Absolutely.
So the next thing, guys, is to have products that are essential. Okay. So, just like, we said back in the beginning, what people are actually buying right now. And even back to the 3 reasons that network marketing companies thrive in a recession, it all goes back to those daily use products and having those essential products when it comes to health and lifestyle that you already use.
So you're going to when you're thinking about the network marketing products in your company, right? In order to have a recession-proof business, you're going to want products that are everyday use, things that we use in our lives every single day. They could be nutrition and health related. So things like vitamins, shakes. I drink shakes every day as part of my nutrition program. Things that people actually physically consume every day that are health related. Body care. I mean, we all take showers and baths, I hope. Well, most of us do. Skin care, right? We all want to take care of the biggest organ on our body is our skin. And that's a consumable again. Hair care. We all wash our hair and use conditioner and, use all kinds of things to help keep our hair looking nice. So really you're looking for products that people use every single day in their normal life.
Yeah. And products, that aren't obviously overly unique. If it's something is so specific, it's going to be hard for people to spend the extra right now when things aren't as great, but they're going to buy the things that go down the drain every night because nobody at the end of the month is going to say, honey, can we buy shampoo? Right? That's never going to happen. It's also not going to be things that are the hottest trend because again, that's an extra. And right now, that's not what people are spending their money on. They're only spending the money on the things they absolutely need. Things that are overly complicated or that not yet released, or again, based on that latest tech trend. Those are not the things that are being purchased. That's why you're seeing even, clothing stores and things like that. People aren't caring what the latest trend is, even in fashion right now, because they're not going outside anyway. So, you're seeing all these stores that send out these massive sales going on, and it's just because they're not getting any business. They're just not, because people are only buying the things they absolutely need. They're buying the food, but they're also buying any of those products that are consumable that you use on a daily basis.
It's a funny story, but it's not funny in the same. There was a company a while back. It was back when I first started coaching. I'm not going to mention the name, but they came out with a health-related product that was high tech, and but it hadn't been released yet. And there were people literally spending thousands of dollars to get into this company, and it turned out that they never really figured out the technology, so the product never got released. And when you're looking at these things, be very, very careful. Because you want to choose something that is essential, not only to protect your business long term, but also, as Trish said, to protect it through recession times.
So products, guys, that are solving that problem, being that solution for people. So again, healthcare products are good if people are actually looking to have better health. And I think right now it's one of those times too, people don't want to be going to the doctors. In fact, you can't even get into some of the doctors right now. So you've got to be taking care of your health. But again, things that are essential, because here's the crazy thing too, hand sanitizer, right? Like people can't even get their hands on hand sanitizer right now. So anybody who's got something like that, that's huge, because people are wanting it. The other thing is you don't want to have things that you have to hold inventory on, because you don't want to have to be stockpiling all these things, and be hosting that. You want something that can be easily shipped and drop shipped to people on their own. And so again, things that you don't have to ship. And especially right now, because again, in order to ship bigger items, you either have to have somebody come pick it up from your house, or you've got to find a way to get into the post office with it. And it's just, things are so difficult doing that. But also, you don't even want the hassle of doing that if you don't need to. It's you really want something where the company can take care of it. It's coming straight from the warehouse. As few people as possible hands are touching it. That's what people are wanting.
So guys, we want to give you a heads up about next week. Next week, we're going to actually do a deep dive into how to build your own recession-proof business using the same marketing system that we've used to create the results we have in the last month. So like Trish said, we brought in over 90 new distributors. We have over 90 new customers, 33 rank advancements, all in under a month. And we're going to be really diving in to how we specifically did that using that online duplicatable system that goes through those steps that I talked about before about, an evaluation system, a place where people actually convert and so on. We also next week are going to have, and I'm really excited about this, we're going to have a special announcement about how, if you're looking to get extra help with your own marketing, how you might be able to get our support with that. We've developed some programs that we've had a bunch of people reaching out to us saying, how do we get your help? And so we've put some different programs together to help people specifically with their marketing and growing their business in a couple of different ways. So stay tuned for that. I'm so excited about that.
Me too. It's going to give us a way to be able to reach so many more people, and be able to work with more people in various ways. Very excited about it, but definitely excited about the deep dive as well. We've already started, really kind of, putting together what we're going to share. It's even though it's the same system, we're going to be sharing it very differently than we've shared it in the past with you guys. So that hopefully you'll be able to walk away with some more nuggets on how to really, put something like this in place for yourself.
Yeah, so that's it for today. I just want to pop in. We've got a few new people who have joined us. The recording will be posted. We've got Genevieve here. Hi, Genevieve. We've got Angie, Karen. Thanks so much for joining in, guys. If you missed the beginning, you can just go back and watch the recording. And we're excited for next week. So have a wonderful week ahead. What's up next, Trish? I guess it's our Tuesday Spotlight on Success.
Yeah, our Tuesday Spotlight on Success. And also every day seems to run into the other, but Sunday is Mother's Day. So for all you moms out there, have a very, very happy Mother's Day. Hope you have a really awesome family day, even though every day is a family day right now. But I hope that your kids and husbands and everybody do something really special for you. So perfect. And we'll see you on Tuesday.
Bye for now.
Bye.